I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coupes. Oh no, I can't be numbered.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Like 80. Like 5-4. Know your job. Check 99. Check 99. Tight dog. Take both of them. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there. Another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described. And I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball. And that's what he's doing really, really well, and he's doing it in the offensive backfield.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Like 80. 47-yard line. Easy.
A first down carry now for Miller. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. That complete to Lamar Miller. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And Blount will not get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Check 13. Check 13.
Here's the battering ram Blount. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let him know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive.
50. 50. Hey, high 7.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Uzomah hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A quick pass out to Juju. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Luck. And his throw is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Luck. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, Miller. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. Funches has it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Jack 16.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And Tate's got it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it's 3rd and 5. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Roethlisberger will throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Black 80. Check. Watch 54. Watch 66. Let's see what you got. Kill.
They'll run on first down. It's Miller. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Tate. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, alert. 54.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Set. Like 30. 54 Mike. Come on, D. Undercrunch. Heat these 2. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd down, Elliott. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Packers.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Elliott on first down to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's Lott. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
25, check 25, check 25. General West, corner. Hey, orbit.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Exit, Monday. Check 15, check 15. 50.
Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, echo.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Crosby, and it's now 21-0.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble, as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here. An inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Check out! 290! Watch the screen! Gone right.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Check out! 565! Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Play action, it's locked. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. So we got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Draw play, Elliott. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, it's Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Miller, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Suckup for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Don't say nothing.
Here's Roethlisberger. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready? Like 5. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Check 43. Check 3.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Like 20. Check. Walk 54. Okay. Easy. Watch twist. Check.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Run. Shit. Watch the safety creep.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
Like 30. Double bump. 54. You don't want that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
Now Roethlisberger. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Roethlisberger now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
What we got? 24.
Now Roethlisberger. Open man is Uzomah. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. C.J. Uzomah, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Second, wide, 622. Watch the shit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Luke Kuechly able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Off of play action. Luck. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Here we go.
A very solid gain of 27. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 27. 13 yards, 1st down Packers.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line 40.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Luck. He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ted Ginn. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point put through by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to match the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
230. Jack 16.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Ginn. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
It's a gain of 10.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Check out. 240. 11 feet. To you. Coming out to you.
Back to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ricardo Lewis with time running out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Extra point try now for Succop. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Miller. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Man, alert! Mike 54. Mike 54.
Roethlisberger to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Like 5. It's a party now. It's a party now. Show that bench release and go. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now Elliott. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
At the 50-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Elliott. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. Still churning. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Wide, 622. Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end. 11 feet.
First throw in overtime for Lott. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime, as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Green Bay, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.